All right, everyone. Christian Lattanzio for you, ahead of Toronto FC. Let's go ahead and get this started. Just as a reminder for everyone, if you've got a question, please use the raise your hand feature, and I'll get around to you. Will Palashik, let's start with you.
Good afternoon, Christian. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Is there any change in availability for anybody who wasn't available Wednesday or was available? Everything all right?
No. More or less, we have everybody available.
All right. In terms of this week, with it being a different week, having two games in a row, I know that there's obviously, in terms of the calendar counting down, how do you feel like your boys are prepared to kind of handle this final stretch?
I think the boys they look to me well prepared mentally. They know that we need to win games, and there is not getting away with that. I think it's important as we move on, as we keep growing as a club and as a team, that we start to understand and to live with the pressure of going to the games to win them. And now we know that, and we want to take one game at a time without getting too much ahead of ourselves. The most important game is always the next.
Of course. Does what happened on Saturday, where you concede right after you scored, does that provide almost a cautionary tale for the future for you guys in terms of making sure that you're not as vulnerable and stay switched on after scoring, especially in the way that you did?
I think we were very switched on, and in the sense that we wanted to, we were the one running against to take the ball, to bring them back on after we scored. It was an equalizer. If you look at the images, our players ran to get the ball because they are ready to go. There is a belief that we can score the second one. Maybe that one is not a matter of switching off. Maybe it's a matter of, in a paradoxical way, it's a matter of switching on because we are too much eager to go and score a goal. So we are still in the attacking mindset, and then we conceded because we are ready to go and press from the kickoff again. And I think that we are a little bit maybe too eager. And then after, we made some mistakes in defending the set piece that cost us. It's not the first time, unfortunately, and this is part of the growing as well. But I think in terms of performance, I think the boys played well, and surely we didn't deserve to lose the game.
And lastly, you've talked about this kind of being an unfortunate refrain for you guys. Are you seeing a common thread, or is it just different circumstantial things playing into results, which, like you said, don't necessarily mirror the way you guys have been playing?
No, I think it's both. It's both. What you just said is different circumstantial situations that then after, when you sum them, they look like a common thread. And unfortunately, this happened a lot in the season. I think we will be comfortably in the playoff spot if we were more cautious in handling the last few minutes of the game. But this is also part of the growing up. I would be a lot more concerned, if you like, from my perspective, if we were dominated in every game. In most of those games in which we give points away, we were winning, or at the very least we were drawing and then pushing for a winner as well. So part of the growing up as a team, in my opinion, is this mentality of, unfortunately, we are not on the trend that I would like to see us. When you are a really strong team, I think you draw the games that you maybe deserve to lose. You win the one that you deserve to draw, and then you win handsomely the one that you deserve to win. Unfortunately, this year, as part of the trend, and this is something that we need to improve, is we did the opposite. The one that we deserve to win, we draw. We drew many times, and the one that we deserve to draw, we lose, and then obviously that has an impact on the table. But I think as a performance, as the way the team is growing, I think we are in my opinion, we are on the right path. We just need to fine tune this element. The most important thing is to give high standards. I understand that the results are important. I totally get that. I totally understand that. But for me, we are not far from that. We are not far from establishing ourselves as one of the team that can really challenge for better position, for higher position, the way it's going. Then after, my job is to make sure that those standards are implemented on a daily basis. and then after the club will have to make the other decisions. But I can see that I am satisfied with the way the boys play, not from the results, of course.
Thank you, Christian. Good luck Wednesday.
Thank you, Will.
Carol Walton.
Hey, Christian, how are you?
I'm fine, Carol. Thank you.
Thirsty.
Yeah, thirsty. Yes.
Is there any more information on Ben Bender's knee?
I think Ben he was looking for a second opinion, then for another one. It's something that's an ongoing discussion. I don't want to comment too much on that. It's something that we have to solve among ourselves. So the only thing I can tell you is not going to be available for this game.
Okay. And also, I know we talked last week about the combination of Enzo and Carol together, separate. What did you think? What information did you take from the game? That told you which way you like it going, or how did you like the way things played out?
I think first and foremost, in my opinion, they can play together. They are not the same kind of player. They are two attacking players with different characteristics, and I think that is clear that they can work well together. Even when Enzo came on, they offer different things, and I think he gives a little bit more freedom to Carol to express his football, just because the characteristics they have, they are different. Then I said in certain moments of the game, we might get more benefit from different combinations, but I totally believe that they can play together. And I like when they play together because they always can create dangers to the opposition. They can give us a lot of belief, knowing that we have two strikers that can score goals both.
It almost looked like maybe with Carroll's goal, Enzo occupied defenders and just created space just with his body.
For example, yes.
Okay.
For example, yes. It is exactly that.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Christian. Good luck
Thank
on
you,
Wednesday.
Garo. Thank you.
All right, let's go to John Lupo.
Hey, Christian, how are you?
Hey, John. I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Carol just mentioned about Enzo and Carol. So we talked earlier in the season about the connection that they were trying to form, and it seems like they're doing that well. Where do you think has been the biggest keys that's allowed them to be able to have that connection on the field?
But I think that it's important when you have a connection that the connection is developed also. It helps if there is mutual respect, also outside of the pitch. And I think when they were trying to, this is in general, I'm not talking about, I think that they respect each other, and I think that they don't have any problems. So before I get interpreted wrongly. I think that what was a little bit unfortunate for us was that when they were trying to play them together, then Enzo, I think he had an injury that kept him out for longer than I thought, and therefore we need to obviously to do without and to play differently. And I think that in this particular instance didn't help the connection between the two to be formed as fully as we would have liked.
I know that I know you're only obviously concerned with your own team, but it's no secret that Toronto have had a lot of problems this year. And they have a new coach coming in. They have an interim coach right now, but they still do have dangerous players despite being in last place in the Eastern Conference. So how do you get the team prepared to guard against complacency, seeing that this is a Toronto team that, aside from the last result against Cincinnati, basically has not been very competitive, at least score-wise, in most of their matches so far this season?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first and foremost, John, we have nothing to be complacent about. We are in the business. We have to win our games. So we don't have even the luxury to be complacent. We can't. we have to go into the pitch and play as strongly as we can and to win every game we play now. So I don't think I would be amazed if our players go on the pitch complacent, looking at you know, the position of the opposition. It doesn't really matter now. We have to go and win games. Full stop. I totally agree with you. I think that this is a team that had a number of problems during the season, but full of very good players. I saw them playing against Cincinnati, which we know is the #1 team in MLS at the moment. At least this is what the table says, and they play very well against them. So we know it's not going to be easy. We need to play very strongly because they have many good players in many different positions, very experienced, talented, and so we need to give our best in order to get the result that we want.
Great. That's all for me. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, John.
All right, thanks, John, and thanks everyone. We will finish there, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at the stadium.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.